again, I'm back in the Pink Expo, and indeed I am at the beautiful Netquest stand here at ESMAR Congress, and I'm joined by Johnny and Andreas from the Netquest team. So we're really curious to hear more about our ESMAR TV sponsor. So Andreas, would you tell us a little bit more about Netquest and how Netquest helps business?
Well, we have been there for 15 years now. Actually, we started as a technology provider and then became into an online fieldwork community provider. And finally, we turned into the panel business 8 years ago. So sadly, actually, this is what the most of the world knows us, to be like the panel reference for all countries that speak Spanish and Portuguese. Actually, we were also the first ones to introduce the ISO for online access panels in our region. So we'd always try to be on a quality level above anybody else in our region, and still nobody really finds out that there's much more than just panel business to our business.
That's fantastic. And Johnny, of course, we're in the business of insights. At the end of the day, we always say market researchers are all about gathering insights. So how does Netquest help clients and companies gather that?
Well, we're actually, as Andreas mentioned, we're really first and foremost a technology company. So what we've actually been developing is a behavioral system of monitoring. We know that marketers and market researchers alike have been worried over quite a few years now that they're not getting what they are interested in out of big data. You know, it's kind of an unknown world to them. It's our mission to kind of close this void and pull the two more further and further together and aid the market research industry to actually understand behavioral clickstream information. So this is vast. I mean, e-commerce companies have been doing it for years. We just need to get through there. At the moment, we're measuring about 50,000 people globally, and we're covering a multitude of devices. It's basically all the devices that they use in the household. So that's desktop, tablet, and their smartphone, whether that be Android or Smart or Apple, I mean. Yeah.
Thank you. And Netquest is, of course, a global company. And what interesting things have been going on within the company? Any developments, growths?
Well, as I mentioned, the fact that we've got the behavioural clickstream analysis tool. Well, we've actually outgrown our own markets, which are traditionally LATAM and Spain and Portugal, and we have first and foremost launched in the US with way over 100,000 people, and we have 3,000 people already on there with behavioural monitoring. UK, we have about 86,000 people. By the end of this year, we will have something like 1,500 to 2,000 people being measured there. Equally, we have pretty sizable and growing panels in Germany, France, and Italy. So we are actually really pushing the envelope and moving very quickly in terms of our expansion. As I say, what's pushing this first and foremost is the clickstream data and the behavioural side of things that we're actually after.
Well, it needs engaged panelists who cannot receive data from panel members if they don't trust you as a provider. So the trick here is that you really try to engage people. You have to make them feel that they are contributing to the market research world by sharing their entire digital life actually with us. If this is possible, if you can create engaged panels, then you can roll out and deploy passive data measurement, which is the future of data collection.
So very exciting things coming up from Netquest. Any latest scoops or things that you'd like to share with us in terms of what we can expect from Netquest in the coming years?
Well, you will see us grow in Europe, that's for sure. We're already growing strongly in the US. So besides new products and new types of data collection, you also see a global presence of Netquest rolling into Europe now.
And certainly, again, as you can imagine, I always talk about the behavioural bit, but this is kind of potentially massive, and it's a real game changer for market research, I think. This kind of data is something that they've lacked for so long, and it brings them into this world that they've been a little bit scared of, I dare to say. We're all about closing that void between big data and market research, bringing the two together.
Thank you. That sounds really fascinating. We're definitely looking forward to anything that Netquest has to bring. And thank you once again for sponsoring the Smart TV and making this a reality. And thank you again for your time. And I hope you enjoy the rest of the event. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.